Well, Peter, if it's evident that the Chinese are working in good faith, even with the challenges of the virus, is it possible you could see tariff rollbacks on the part of the White House as a stimulus mechanism to help them out?
That's a spin that's coming right out of Wall Street, and it really, I think it does a disservice to this whole crisis to bring that into the discussion.
So that's a no.
Well, look, again, let's remember why the tariffs are in place. The tariffs are in place because China engages in massive unfair subsidies. They use their state-owned enterprises to put American companies and workers out of business. And the tariffs also ensure that we come back for phase two. I think what's really important here is, like, we got a great phase one deal. Everything's moving forward, and I think what we need to do is to talk about progress in USMCA and all the good stuff instead of dwelling on that kind of question at this point during a crisis.
This morning, though, there's this new worry about coronavirus. So if you were to see, I mean, look at all of these companies, Secretary, that are closing shop in China. You know, you've got airlines, stopping any flights going into China. You could seriously see the Chinese economy come to a halt. And given the large percentage of global growth that China commands, does that actually threaten what you're just saying?
Well, first of all, every American's heart has to go out to the victims of the coronavirus. So I don't want to talk about a victory lap over a very unfortunate, very malignant disease. But the fact is, it does give businesses yet another thing to consider when they go through their review of their supply chain. So I think it will help to accelerate the return of jobs to North America, some to U.S., probably some to Mexico as well.
Because these companies have to do something. They're going to have an alternative once they shut down things in China, is what you're saying.
Absolutely. And you've already heard Apple talking about figuring out how to replace some of the Chinese production. You had others also doing the same thing.
Also, while you were sleeping, China, Russia has closed that border. El Al has shut down travel between Israel and China. Air France has shut down travel between China and France. And that's in addition to all the other countries that have already shut down travel. From what we know so far, and there's still many unknowns, this virus could have both a long incubation period, as much as 14 days, and individuals could be contagious while asymptomatic, which was not the case with SARS in 2003. Yet China is still lying about all of this. They've been lying about it from the very beginning, and you don't need their history of lying about SARS in 2003, though it is relevant here. You just have to see what's happened over the last 2 months. We now know that the first case manifested no later than December 1, even though China didn't reveal it to the WHO until a month later on December 31st, when they continued to hide it from their own citizens. And they continued to say that it had been contained inside Wuhan. Today, it is in every single province in China. They also claimed for almost 2 months, until earlier this week, that it had originated in a seafood market in Wuhan, that locals had contracted it from animals in, say, bat soup or snake tartare. That is not the case. The Lancet published a study last weekend demonstrating that of the original 40 cases, 14 of them had no contact with the seafood market, including patient 0. As one epidemiologist said, that virus went into the seafood market before it came out of the seafood market. We still don't know where it originated. I would note that Wuhan also has China's only biosafety level 4 super laboratory that works with the world's most deadly pathogens, to include, yes, coronavirus. Now, look at China's own actions. They have quarantined 60 million people, 60 million, more than the entire population of our West Coast. They've shut down schools indefinitely. Classes canceled nationwide indefinitely. Hong Kong, a part of China.
Level 4, travel not advised due to the great likelihood of life-threatening risks. Determinations are made on several factors, including crime, civil unrest, and health risks.
You are inside the emergency plane evacuating Americans out of Wuhan, China. A military cargo plane escaping what is ground zero for the coronavirus.
Moments ago, the White House announcing that it has created a coronavirus task force, sir. Its aim, we are told, is to monitor, to contain and to mitigate the spread of the virus in the United States. Now, President Trump tweeted these photos of their meeting, writing, and I'm not sure whether you can see them, but our viewers are looking at this room now with Donald Trump and the committee. The US has the best experts anywhere in the world.
I'm declaring a public health emergency of international concern over the global outbreak of novel coronavirus.
据海外网1月28日报道，世界卫生组织发布的2020年1月27日新型冠状病毒情况报告显示，世卫组织总干事谭德赛及同事已到达北京，即将与中国政府及卫生专家会面。谭德赛此行的目的是为了了解新冠病毒肺炎的最新进展，并加强 WHO 与中国，尤其是在影响方面的合作。就在刚刚，中国外交部长王毅会晤了谭德赛。
当地时间29号，世界卫生组织在日内瓦召开有关新型冠状病毒的新闻发布会，介绍世卫组织团队赴中国了解到的相关情况。
We were very impressed with the level of engagement of the Chinese government at all levels. Personally, I think myself and the Director General have never seen the scale, commitment of an epidemic response at this level, in terms of all of government involvement across all of the different arms of government, with tremendous support being poured into Wuhan and Hubei from the central government, with a highly organized emergency management structure.
I will praise China again and again, because its actions actually helped in reducing the spread of coronavirus to other countries.
China is doing the right thing, the government of China, to put the health of people in China ahead of anything else at this point. Because when a government is that committed, when a government is that willing to be transparent, then we do have a chance. So we have a job to do in China to support China.
The Chinese government is to be congratulated for the extraordinary measures it has taken to contain the outbreak, despite the severe social and economic impact those measures are having on the Chinese people. We would have seen many more cases outside China by now, and probably does, if it were not for the government's efforts and the progress they have made to protect their own people and the people of the world. The speed with which China detected the outbreak, isolated the virus, sequenced the genome, and shared it with WHO and the world are very impressive and beyond words. So is China's commitment to transparency and to supporting other countries. In many ways, China is actually setting a new standard for outbreak response, and it's not an exaggeration. The main reason for this declaration is not because of what is happening in China, but because of what is happening in other countries. Let me be clear. This declaration is not a vote of no confidence in China. On the contrary, WHO continues to have a confidence in China's capacity to control the outbreak. I'll repeat this. Let me be clear. This declaration is not a vote of no confidence in China. On the contrary, WHO continues to have confidence in China's capacity to control the outbreak. As you know, I was in China just a few days ago, where I met with President Xi Jinping. I left in absolutely no doubt about China's commitment to transparency and to protecting the world's people.
不害怕，有党中央、习主席、总理来关心我们群众的生活，我们一点都不害怕。
晨晨，你看我在这儿龙州路这边来，你看有一个人又倒下去了，你看到没有？好可怕哟！这边还要去弄他。
别出门，别出门！我楼下倒了一个啊，别出门了，千万别出门。安达路这里，安达路中泰超市旁边。
倒了一个，倒了一个，那儿倒了一个，刚倒了一个。
大家好，我们是湖北武汉市的居民，我们一家3口被诊断出了感染了新型肺炎，爸爸诊断出重症，需要住院，但是医生说没有床位，让我们自行寻找床位，他们都烧到38度5，现在家里药品只够吃2天，尤其缺奥司他韦胶囊。今天去了省人民医院想做核酸检测，但是省人民医院说必须要社区医院开转诊单，社区的网格员说了2个社区医院，他们俩之间相互推脱，去到第2个的时候已经下班了，今天跑了一下午，他们症状越来越严，还是没有任何的进展。现在爸爸呼吸声特别重，请大家帮帮我们。这是我的妈妈诊断出单肺感染，家里特别缺消毒物品，然后口罩也奇缺，现在只剩几个了，根本做不到隔离。我确实已经想尽了办法了，但是确实做不到隔离。现在我的肺今天 CT 显示还未感染，但是我确实已经非常的没有力气了，确实不知道应该怎么办。现在向大家求助。
1维是吧？
我记得是200多人。
不是，到底是多少？1维是吧？
才3天。
再收了多少人？
现在收多少人了？我不太清楚。
128张床，所以这头容纳多少人？一个房子这头2张床，我记得我想不到。这头容纳多少？这头容纳多少人？他们 拿过来，这个我们专门有人在那里负责收治。
刚才在收集地理床位的时候，在打电话在问。
是啊，我是问他现在收治了多少病人，我是问这个情况，并不是床位数是那个的，我是问他现在，因为每天都在变化，知道吧？
你掌握这些情况？
那我不知道，我搞不清楚。
大家要看到，从昨天周末的时间，据我所知，世界卫生组织由于是中共多年控制，20年香港籍的这位女士来控制着、影响着。大家想想，为什么中共坚决要控制联合国的2个部门？一个是人权部门，第二个就是世界联合国卫生组织。那就说明中国很有可能要发生疫情，和可能要知道死上千上万的人。共产党怕啥呀？他怕的是世界卫生组织有一天会按照世界的卫生规则说出中共的疫情和公共的真相，他早就准备好了，所以他要控制世界卫生组织。大家想明白了吗？昨天在世界联合卫生组织发生了剧烈的碰撞，蓝金黄起作用了，N 个被共产党捏住春蛋的人坚决不同意现在颁发，昨天本来就颁发，把中共国列为疫情区，呼吁全世界马上断绝和中共之间所有的飞行航行的来往，进入全世界最危急的公共级别，然后呼吁全世界让中共打开防火墙，说治疗疫情第一个要打开防火墙，第二个要在全世界的联合卫生组织的监督下，每2小时让全世界公布一次疫情，第三个接受全世界所有的这个生物专家、卫生专家病毒专家到中国去成立调查研究小组。中共一切拒绝，就连最后有一个世界卫生组织的一位加拿大籍的人提出来说，我们最起码应该成立由世界卫生组织在全世界的救援物资协调小组，给中共提供口罩疫情给前线的医生们提供专用的医生的防护设备、防护设施。所有人举手，我们国家都同意我们都同意无偿提供，中共拒绝。昨天参加世界卫生组织开会的人说，共产党的蓝金黄太厉害了。他们说，郭文贵，我终于明白你说了，为什么共产党在海外搞 NGO 组织蓝金黄、世界卫生组织、刑警组织和大家最在乎的人权组织。